Hi there. Welcome to LuitBiz DMS. If you are the group leader of a group in LuitBiz DMS, this video is for you. So once you're a group leader, you need to do 3 things before your group users can start using LuitBiz DMS. Number 1, you need to create folders and grant privileges to the different users to those folders. Number 2, you need to create workflow templates so that your users can attach those workflow templates while uploading workflow related documents. Third, you need to create document tagging templates that can be used by your group users to tag documents and search for them easily. So now let's log into LuitBiz and see how you can do these 3 things. So log into LuitBiz with your username, which is your email ID and password, and sign in. You will see this screen, which is the home screen of LuitBiz, which shows all the different modules to which you have access. Click on Documents, since we are talking about LuitBiz DMS, and then you're led to the dashboard of LuitBiz DMS. Here, since you're a group leader, you will see this link, My Folders, on the left-hand navigation menu. Once we expand that menu, you will see 4 different links. Rename, where you can rename existing folders. Create, where you can create new folders and assign privileges. Edit, where you can modify the privileges of the folders which you have already created. And delete, if you want to delete a folder which you have created. But please remember, if a folder has documents in it, you cannot delete that that folder in LuitBiz DMS. So now let's see how you're going to create a folder. So let's click on Create and select the group inside which you would want to create the new folder. So let me select the group MSD, and suppose inside that group I want to create a folder called, say, Purchase Orders. I write the name of the new folder out here and click on the Submit button. Then I am led to the second step, in which I am supposed to assign privileges to the different users of this group to this newly created folder. I can assign 4 different types of privileges. Let me explain them to you. First is upload permission. Now if you give a user upload permission, that user can upload new documents into that folder and view those documents. So upload permission automatically gives view permission. The second type of permission is view permission, where users who have view permission can just view documents inside that folder. They cannot upload or modify documents inside that folder. The third type of permission is called modify permission, where users who have modify permission cannot upload a new document into that folder, but they can make modifications. That is, they can download the document and upload a newer version of the document in that folder, and they can view documents in that folder. These will be the managerial level people who would be actually responsible in approving documents in your organization. The fourth and the most important type of permission is full permission. Users with full permission will have equal rights as you, the group leader, has into that folder. So please be very careful in giving full permission to users, because then you are giving them the same rights as you do. So they will be having all the different rights, that is modify, view, as well as upload rights. So they can do whatever you can do on that folder. And to select multiple users for any of these permissions, just hold down the names of those users on the list to select multiple users using the mouse, and then hold down the control button of your keyboard to select multiple users, and then click on Add. So now I have granted these 2 users upload permission, and they automatically get view permission. Suppose this user I'm just giving view permission, so that user doesn't get upload permission but just gets view permission. Any other user I can just give modify permission, so that user will get view permission as well as modify permission, but that user doesn't have upload permission, so that user cannot upload a new document into that folder. And suppose I want to give this user complete full permission, so automatically that user gets all the permissions. So this is how you create the folder and assign permissions. So that's your first job, and your first job is done. Now let's move on to the next job that you need to do, and that is create document workflow templates. To do so, click on the left hand menu and you'll see document workflow out there. There, click on Add WF Template. Now select the group to which you would want to attach the workflow template, the new workflow template. So let me say in MSD, I want to add a new workflow template called PO approval for, let's say, PO approval. PO approval for new purchases. Now in LuitBiz, all the fields in the green section are mandatory and all the fields in the blue section are optional. So here you see the name of the workflow is in the green section, so it's mandatory, and the description is optional, it's in the blue field. So you can write a description if you want for the new workflow template that you're creating, but that's completely optional. You can skip it here, and you can now start adding the steps that needs to be done in this workflow. Suppose the first step is called, say, draft stage, and then you can write complete information. Again, here this part is in the blue field and it's optional, but I suggest that you write the steps that needs to be followed, the complete description of this particular step. Say and then you can keep on adding as many steps as you want to this particular workflow template. Let me add one more step. Say, suppose the second step is, say, called final approval, and here also you can add the action that needs to be taken. And you can keep on adding as many steps as you want, but suppose we are done here, so let's click on done. So now if we go and click on WF templates, we see that this new template, PO approval for new purchases, has been added. We can click on its name to view the details of whatever we have added, and we can click on this button to go back to the list of the workflow templates that we have added. And once we are, if we want to make modifications, we can click on edit existing steps. If we want to add a new step at the end, we can click on this button and add a new step at the end. Or if you're not happy with the workflow template, we can delete it. But suppose we're happy with it, let's click on publish workflow. Now this document workflow template is now published, and you can still edit the existing steps or delete it till it is used by some group user of yours. Once it is being used by any group users, you can neither edit the existing steps nor delete the workflow template. So that's about workflow templates. Now the third thing that you need to do as a group leader is document tagging templates. So on the left hand navigation menu, click on document tagging and then click on add tagging template. There, select the group to which you would want to add the new tagging template, just as you did in while adding workflow templates. Write the name of the template. Say, suppose we call the template, say, sales order, and in that sales order, suppose you always want the sales order number, you want the name of the customer, and then you want the amount, and suppose you want a description. Suppose you have 4 fields. You can have any number of fields that you want, but suppose for our demo purposes you want to have 4 fields. Again, here you can write a description, but again it's optional since it's in the blue section. Now let's go and add this document tagging template. Since we said 4 fields, now it is asking us what are those 4 fields. So let me write down the names. So sales order number, then say customer name, say amount, and say, let's say, description. Now each of these 4 fields need to have a data type. There can be 2 data types, either varchar. If it's varchar, you get a small text field like this, or if you choose text, you get a large area where you can write as much text as you want. For our demo purposes, let's put the sales order number as varchar because we're going to put it in a small field like this. Same for customer name, we choose it as varchar. Amount also varchar, but for description, let's make it text. So that's it. Now we click on submit. So now this particular tagging template is added, and you can view it by clicking on tagging templates on the left hand navigation menu. And you see that the sales order tagging template that we just added has been added to the system. So just as you did in workflow template, you can either edit the template if you're not happy with it. You can add additional parameters if you want, and if you're not at all happy with the template, you can just go and delete this document tagging template. But if you're happy with whatever you have added and you want your users to use it, just go and publish it by clicking on the publish template against the name of that particular template. So now that particular sales order template has been published, and you can delete the template only until any user has been using it. So if a user uses this document tagging template, you cannot delete the document tagging template. So that's it. Those are the 3 important things that you need to do as a group leader, and then you're all set. Your users can now start uploading documents by clicking on document upload and upload document, whether it's a simple document or a workflow related document. They can view the documents by clicking on document list, and they can search for documents by clicking on search documents. You can view your document usage reports and your group document usage reports by clicking on these links in the document report section. So that's it. Go ahead and start using LuitBiz DMS and see how it can streamline all your documents very easily. Thanks for watching.